Jessii Vee. And I know the other background is gone. I actually really miss it. That was like my favorite winter background I've ever had. I still love this one because this one's actually a Christmas background, but the other one was so pretty and I really miss it already. It's just, you guys know I like to switch up the backgrounds behind me, so this one's gonna be up until Christmas and then we're gonna go to a different awesome one. But you know what that means. Whenever I get rid of another background, that means I am giving it away. And instead of doing my usual giveaway where I hide the words in videos, I'm gonna make it super easy for you guys this time. It's gonna take one step and that's all. I feel like you guys need a break from searching and you just need something easy today, you know? All you have to do is subscribe to my other channel called V Vlogs. I will link it down below in the description. The reason why I want you guys to subscribe there is because that channel has been dead for like a year and I want to bring it back to life again. So I'm gonna start posting there constantly in the new year, so the beginning of 2019. So definitely go over there and subscribe if you want to win this background. If you're already subscribed from years ago, that's okay. Stay subscribed. You're all good. That means you're already automatically entered. But if you aren't yet, definitely subscribe. And basically I'm taking all of the usernames that have been subscribed, whether it's just now or like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and it's all gonna be like scrambled up, all of your names, and a winner will be chosen at random. And I will probably announce the winner around Christmas time along with the winner that won the background before this one and the Bob Ross painting. So I'm gonna be announcing a bunch of winners around Christmas time, don't you worry. Also, one more very important message. If you didn't watch my last video, I do have a new Christmas merch item, and it is this Embrace Your Weird Side sweater. How cool is that? It's an 80s theme. It's an 80s design, guys, with stuff on the sleeves. I designed this myself. It's a design that I love. Like, I love the 80s thing that I did. So if you would like this, they're going so fast. The link is down below in the description. And yeah, that's enough of announcements today. Okay. Also, I haven't used my ring light in so long. I feel like I'm being blinded right now. Do you see the rings in my eyes? You guys haven't seen these rings in my eyes for like a year? It's been a long time, so if I can't see after this, you know, hopefully it'll go away. Also, I'm wearing a cathedral on my shirt. I don't know why. Anyways, enough for the long intro. Maybe that should be on a merch item, like, long intro Sally. You know? Okay, so the story that I'm about to tell you, I believe happened when I was in grade 11. I can't believe I haven't told this story on my channel before. I might have told it quickly on a live stream, I might have mentioned it quickly on this channel, but I've never done a whole video dedicated to it. And the reason why I'm only telling this story now is because I was literally just talking about this with my mom the other day. And she was like, wait, did you make a video on that? And I was like, actually, no, I didn't. And you guys deserve a story time whenever I think of one, so. So the title of this video is probably gonna have something with betrayed or betrayal in it because, well, that's what happened. I feel like it really sucks when anybody gets betrayed because it means you put your trust in someone, you put your hope in someone, and they let you down. And that's never something anybody wants to go through. And my teenage self took it really hard. I was really upset, really sad. It just was not a good time for me. So basically, I think it was the beginning of grade 11, I believe. I broke up with a current boyfriend that I had. I'd been dating him in the summer before grade 11. I actually did a whole story time on that boyfriend. I can't remember the title of it, but he was a little bonkers. He was a little crazy. For some reason, I always chose the crazy people when I was in high school. You guys know all the stories. I don't know how did I attract crazy people? I'm still wondering that. Probably because I am. It's a really good thing Ty's not crazy. Unless he hasn't shown me that side yet, so. No, so I broke up with the guy I was seeing probably at the beginning of the summer. Things weren't working out. We were only dating for, I think, 4 months or so. So it wasn't like a tragic, horrible breakup. I mean, yeah, it was sad and we couldn't see each other anymore, but it wasn't anything that was like life-changing, you know what I mean? We were young, there were time to find other people. It wasn't like we were dating for 6 years and like a bomb dropped on us, you know what I mean? So fast forward a couple months after the breakup, I was spending time with friends and family, doing my own thing. I was really happy being single. But then a boy named, let's call him, his name starts with a C. What should I call him? Cauliflower? I feel like if I call him Cauliflower, I'm just gonna keep laughing, so I can't call him that. Colton. Colton? Let's call him Colton. I've never known a Colton, so that works for me. So there was this guy named Colton, and I had known him way before I knew the guy that I just broke up with. I met him in grade 9. We were on the same swim team together, and I had a huge crush on him and never told him. I don't think he ever knows, even to this day. I don't know. But I was a really shy kid. Like, whenever I went to these swim practices, I was so quiet. I didn't talk to anybody. I just swam by myself. As swam alone. But he would like always come up to me and try and make conversation, and he'd like, you know, the little flirtatious like arm bumps like,
hey Jess, like what are you doing? Like, you're swimming.
He would always like just make jokes or like find me after swim practice and like tell me to have a good day or like a safe drive home, or like he was always somehow coming up to me, and no one else did. Like everyone thought I was like this loner, didn't want to talk to me. So it meant a lot that this guy Colton always like made an effort to just talk to me. But at the same time, it wasn't like I was the only girl he was doing this to. He was a very like flirtatious, outgoing guy who spoke to everybody. So although I felt special because he was talking to me, he spoke to everybody, let's be real. And he wasn't like this super attractive, big, muscly, like sporty guy that all the girls wanted. He was like more nerdy and cute, but like I still found him really attractive. It's so weird talking about the past when I have a fiance now. Like this is all in the past, guys, okay? Way back. Way back. This was like, how long was... Wow, how many years ago was grade 11? It was almost 10, was it almost 10 years ago? What am I, math? 9 years ago? I don't even know, guys. I feel like it was ancient years ago. Anyway, so after, let's go back to the beginning again. I broke up with a guy I was seeing in the summertime, and a couple months later, like towards the end of the summer, this guy Colton started messaging me on Facebook, and he was just being really nice. Like, I
Hope you're doing well, like talk to me whenever you want. If you want to hang out sometime, like whatever you want to do, like we'll hang out and go somewhere.
And I thought that was really sweet of him to do, and it was nice to have somebody to talk to. And looking back on it now, he really wasn't being like flirtatious towards me. He was just being friendly. But just back then, I took it as like, oh my gosh, like he must like me. That's amazing. But like looking back, I don't think he did. I think he was just being nice. And you'll find out in a second, okay? So like him talking to me on Facebook became a regular thing for a couple weeks. Like he would message me and be like, this is the music I'm listening to on my iPod right now. Wanna hear a good song? And he'd send me like his song, and I'd listen to it and be like, oh, I love that music. We were actually into a lot of the same music, like acoustic stuff. We were very similar in certain types of ways, so I was like, we are meant to be. He must like me. He didn't like me. Anyways though, because it was nearing the end of the summer and I knew school was coming up, I was like, you know what? I want to go to the beach because I hadn't been to the beach yet that summer. So I was talking to my best friend and I was like, should I ask him to go with us to the beach? Because me and my best friend had planned to go and she was inviting some guy she liked. So I was like, maybe like I'll invite Colton, and like it's not like it's just a date thing. We're all together. It's like a double date thing, but I won't tell him it's a date. I'll just be like, oh, do you want to go to the beach? So one day I mustered up the courage to ask him because we wanted to go on Friday and this was like a Tuesday, and I'm like, hey, it's gonna be a really casual thing, like my friend and this guy is going to the beach, do you want to go with me and we'll all hang out together, or if you want to like go separately, like no, but like I told him it was a group thing and it'd be a lot of fun, and he was like, yeah, I'm down, I haven't been to the beach yet this summer, and I was like, me either. So we had that in common too. So like the days leading up to us going to the beach, I was so excited. I was talking to my friend on the phone and I'm like, do you think he thinks I like him? Like, do you think he got the hint that this is like a double date thing? And she's like, yeah, he must have. Like, how would he not? He must like you. I see how he talks to you at school, blah, blah, blah. Like, she was like amping me up. So I was like, he likes me. He didn't like me. I know this is like spoiling the whole ending of the story for you, but I was pretty naive. I mean, but do you blame me? Like, who takes time out of their day to talk to someone so much after they just became single? Like, it's too much of a coincidence, but he was just a really nice guy and I didn't realize he didn't like me. So the day of the beach. Oh, meanwhile, while all of this stuff is happening, while Colton is like talking to me every day, I'm getting texts from my ex-boyfriend like constantly, like, can we talk? Like, can we hang out? And like, at first I was like, let's talk, but he always wanted to get back together, so I'd be like, you know what? Like, I think for now we can't be friends because it's too hard for you, and like I was really trying to distance myself from this other guy and I was trying to talk to Colton. You know what I mean? So this is where the very embarrassing worst part of the, you know, the betrayal part of the story comes in, because I trusted Colton. I was like, he must like me, he's gonna come hang out with me at the beach, he's only talking to me. Like, I don't know, I just had a good feeling about him, you know? So my friend and I arrive at the beach, we find this really awesome spot, put our towels down, and make sure to leave room for Colton to arrive, because we offered to like pick him up and drive him because he only lived like 2 minutes from my house, because we were all like carpooling, my friend, the guy she liked, and me, and I was like, you might as well come with us, and Colton was like,
actually, you know, I might be a little late, I'm gonna come on my own, but don't worry, like I'll be there, don't worry.
So I was kind of like, that's weird, but you know, that's cool, that's fine with me. So we're sitting on the towels on the beach, and I have a really good view of like the entrance of the beach, so I knew if he came in I could like flag him over. So like every few minutes I'd look over and be like, is he here yet? He's not here yet. And then like an hour goes by and I'm like, wow, is this guy really not gonna show up and not tell me? Like, did he lead me on and he's not gonna show up? Like, what's going on here? You know when a million things start going through your head, like, did I say something wrong? I don't know. And then, ladies and gentlemen, and then I see him enter through the beach entrance there. And at this point, there's a lot of crowd coming in, so like I see him behind a crowd of people. He's walking over and I look at my friend and I'm like, see, he showed up. See, he likes me. He actually showed up. And she's like, yeah, see, Jess, I told you he'd be here. He's just a little late, but don't blame him. Like, it's fine. Like, we're gonna have a great day. And I'm like, yes, we will. And then, as the crowd starts to part and I begin to see Colton a little bit clearly, I realize he's walking with someone. He's walking with a guy beside him, just a little bit taller than him. They're both walking towards me, and as they get closer, I see who Colton is with. He brought my ex-boyfriend with him! And I'm looking at this and I was like, wait, am I being punked? Ashton Kutcher, where are you? I was looking at my friend and I'm like, he brought so-and-so, my ex-boyfriend's name. And she's like, no, he did not. And I was like, yes, he did! And they were getting closer and I'm so confused, and Colton sees my face and I'm like, what are you doing? Why did you bring him? And Colton's like, hold on, I'll explain in a second. And it was a weird like eye contact thing, like we said that in our minds to each other, and it was so confusing. So they both walk up and I was like, what should we call my ex-boyfriend? Joey. I was like, Joey, hi, like why are you here? Like I thought we were gonna take time apart. Like how do you know Colton? Like what's happening here? And Colton was like,
okay, so the whole time that I was talking to you.
Are you ready for this, guys? This is the most betrayal, embarrassing thing I've ever experienced. He was like,
the whole time I was talking to you is because I really wanted to get you and Joey back together.
yeah! He was like,
I've known Joey for a long time and he really likes you, Jess, and he really wants you to get back together with him, so I thought that if I talked to you for a few weeks, maybe you'd be friends with me and maybe you'd ask me to hang out and then I could bring Joey with me without you knowing.
I'm giving myself a headache here. And in that moment, I was literally speechless. I looked at my friend, she looked at me and she's like, I don't know what you should do right now. I think it was like hurt because I thought I'd actually met a nice guy who actually liked me for me, but meanwhile it was just a setup. And I was annoyed because I didn't want to see Joey there. Like him and I had a rough breakup. I just wasn't interested in getting back with him, and it was upsetting that I was pressured. Like I was put in that situation against my will. It was just a really weird situation, and the way that whole day ended was Joey took me aside, we had a huge conversation, and we ended up just saying like, we can't do this. Like I don't want to be with you. You're a great person. It's not going to work out. Like you showing up to surprise me is not working for you. And then I really didn't explain to Colton that much how hurt I was, because I didn't want him to find out that I liked him, that I was hurt by that. So all I said was like, it really hurt that I thought you were my friend and you brought my ex-boyfriend here. And then we never really talked again. Like Colton and I never talked at school. We didn't talk online anymore. And the last time I ever heard from Colton was like 2 years ago when he congratulated me on Facebook for starting a YouTube channel, and he was like, oh, you're so successful, that's amazing. And I was like, thank you. And that's the last time we ever spoke, and it's just like, I don't know, I'll always remember that moment as being just embarrassing and awkward and like hurtful and weird. Overall weird. Anyways though, I just wanted to tell this story on the channel because it was just bizarre to me. But yeah, at the end of the day, that was such a long time ago, it doesn't even matter anymore. But like teenage Jessii at the time, it mattered a lot. But thank goodness I have Ty in my life now. He is so amazing, never causes me any problems, love him so much, so excited for our future. So it's amazing how bad things happen and then later on in life you just find the best thing ever. So anyways guys, that's my story for today. Let me know down below if anything similar has ever happened to you guys. Have you ever been set up or put in a situation that like your friends organized or something? Like I'm just curious to know, or is it just me? But yeah, I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day and I will see you in my next video. Bye!